Hi again then guys, and so we've got another GranTurismo 6 top speed tune for you today, and this time it's for the Mitsubishi Evo 7. So you want your racing soft tyres as usual. For suspension we've got the ride height on 100, front and rear. Springs we've got to 625 and 525. Dampers and anti-roll to 4, camber on 2, neutral toe as always. For the gearbox we've got an auto setting of 230. Then we've rounded off the individual gears to 2.6, 1.7, 1220, 920, 725 and 600 with a final drive of 4.1. For the diff, obviously it's all-wheel drive, so wheel spin isn't as much of an issue, but we've got low initial torque, high acceleration and low braking. We've got a torque split of 30/70 to improve high-speed handling. All the power upgrades of course, and although I haven't fitted it, I would of course recommend NOS. And obviously you want weight loss. I've also got the downforce set as low as possible. Obviously you can take the rear wing off completely, but I personally think it looks better with it, and if you can set it on 0 downforce, there's nothing really to lose from keeping the wing. So of all the Evos on the game, this is probably one of the lesser used from what I've seen. There seem to be a fair amount of people using the Evo 6 especially. For obvious reasons, it's a premium car now. You see a few people using the Evo 9. Kind of surprising though that the Evo 9 doesn't have any visual modifications. That seems very strange to me. It's the kind of car which, especially being a premium, you would have expected to have body kits, etc. that you could change, but obviously not. And obviously the ever popular Evo 10. As far as top speed, well, I've mentioned before in top speed tunes for Evos and Imprezas that both models tend to hover around the 220 to 230 region in top speed, with some exceptions either way, and this one does conform to that rule. Most of the Evos by far do tend to cruise around 230. This one does have a cruising speed of 230 under its own power, which for its power, and considering that the Evo, like the Impreza, is of course not designed for top speed, it's a pretty impressive top speed for the power. Now as far as draft potential, as you can see, it is very close to the red line, and the problem with the Evos and the Imprezas is as far as draft, you can't really have both. If you want more draft, you will lose cruising speed, so it depends what you want. So this tune as it is right now is more of a tune just for the car on its own. So for instance for the long straight on La Sarthe, or for the Nürburgring Ring Straight, etc. It's just for the car to get that speed when you need it. If you do, however, plan on using this car for high-speed slipstream racing, obviously you will want to extend the final drive a bit more. But overall, I'd say the Evo 7's probably one of my personal favourite Imprezas. I like the styling of it. It's quite angular, but also quite simple at the same time. I quite like that. And it's definitely an underappreciated car that is very fast for its power. So if you haven't got an Evo 7 and you're an Evo lover, what are you doing? Go out and buy it. But for those of you guys who do decide to use this tune, I hope you find it helpful. If you did, feel free to subscribe. I put out new top speed tunes every single day. And as always, thanks for watching.